Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling in the middle of the night, the clock ticking away like a judge handing down a sentence? Or perhaps you wake up feeling just as tired as when you went to bed, that heavy blanket of fatigue clinging to you all day long. If you're anything like me and many of my friends, the answer is probably yes. As we journey further into our golden years, and aren't they golden, sleep can sometimes become a bit of a challenge. It's not just about feeling tired, though that's definitely part of it. When we don't get enough quality sleep, it affects almost every aspect of our lives. Our memory might become a little fuzzier, making it harder to recall those precious moments with family and friends. Our energy levels dip, making it harder to enjoy our favorite hobbies like gardening, painting, or even just a simple walk in the park. And perhaps most importantly, a lack of sleep can really impact our mood, making us feel irritable, anxious, or even a little down. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Getting older means sleeping less, right? It's just a part of life. And while it's true that sleep patterns can change as we age, that doesn't mean we have to accept sleepless nights as our new normal. We absolutely can and should prioritize getting good sleep. Think of it like this. Sleep is like the oil in your car's engine. Without enough, everything starts to grind and wear down faster. Good sleep is essential for repairing our bodies, consolidating memories, and keeping our minds sharp. It's not a luxury, it's a necessity, especially as we navigate these wonderful, wisdom-filled years. That's why I wanted to talk to you today about something that's near and dear to my heart: sleeping well after 70. More specifically, we're going to explore 6 proven tips that can help you drift off to sleep more easily, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed and ready to embrace the day. We're not talking about drastic changes or complicated routines. These are simple, practical steps you can incorporate into your daily life to reclaim your nights and revitalize your days. In this video, we'll delve into the importance of creating a consistent sleep schedule, optimizing your sleep environment, and harnessing the power of relaxation techniques. We'll also explore the role of diet and exercise in promoting restful sleep, and we'll even touch on when it might be time to seek professional help. My goal is to provide you with actionable strategies that you can start using tonight to improve your sleep quality and overall well-being. So let's get started. The first tip, and perhaps the most foundational, is all about establishing a consistent sleep schedule. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but I'm retired. I can sleep in whenever I want. And while the freedom of retirement is certainly one of its greatest joys, when it comes to sleep, a little bit of structure can go a long way. Think of your body like a finely tuned clock. It thrives on rhythm and predictability. When you go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time each day, even on weekends, you're essentially training your body to recognize its natural sleep-wake cycle, also known as your circadian rhythm. This internal clock controls the release of hormones like melatonin, which promotes sleepiness, and cortisol, which helps you wake up feeling alert. When your sleep schedule is erratic, it throws this delicate balance off, making it harder to fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up feeling refreshed. Imagine trying to teach a dog a new trick. You wouldn't randomly reward him at different times, would you? You'd be consistent with your cues and rewards to reinforce the desired behavior. Similarly, consistency in your sleep schedule reinforces your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up at the desired times. So, how do you establish a consistent sleep schedule? Start by choosing a bedtime and wake-up time that feels natural to you. It doesn't have to be 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. sharp. Find times that allow you to get the recommended 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, and that fit comfortably into your lifestyle. The key is to be realistic and sustainable. Don't aim for a bedtime that you know you'll never stick to. Once you've chosen your times, stick to them as closely as possible, even on weekends. Now, I know that life happens, and sometimes we have late nights or early mornings that throw our schedule off. That's perfectly okay. The goal isn't perfection, but rather consistency the vast majority of the time. If you do have a late night, try to get back on track as soon as possible. Avoid sleeping in for too long, as this can further disrupt your sleep cycle. Instead, aim to wake up within an hour or two of your usual wake-up time, and then get back to your regular schedule the following night. Think of it like this: you're building a habit, and habits take time and consistency to form. Be patient with yourself, and don't get discouraged if you slip up occasionally. The important thing is to keep trying, and to celebrate your progress along the way. Over time, you'll find that your body naturally adjusts to your new sleep schedule, and you'll start to feel more tired at your chosen bedtime and more awake at your chosen wake-up time. You might even find that you no longer need an alarm clock to wake up in the morning. And speaking of mornings, resist the urge to linger in bed after you wake up. Get out of bed and start your day. This helps signal to your body that it's time to be awake and alert. Perhaps you can stretch a little, enjoy a cup of tea, or read a few pages of a good book. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's something that you enjoy, and that helps you feel energized. The second key to sleeping like a baby after 70 revolves around optimizing your sleep environment. Think of your bedroom as your personal sleep sanctuary, a haven of peace and tranquility where you can escape the stresses of the day and drift off into a restful slumber. But if your bedroom is cluttered, noisy, or too hot or cold, it can actually hinder your ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Creating the ideal sleep environment involves a few key factors. First and foremost, consider the temperature. Most experts agree that the optimal temperature for sleep is between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 15.5 to 19.4 degrees Celsius. A cooler room helps lower your body temperature, which is a natural signal that it's time to sleep. If you tend to get cold easily, you can always add an extra blanket or wear socks to bed. Next, think about darkness. Light exposure, especially blue light from electronic devices, can suppress the production of melatonin, making it harder to fall asleep. Make sure your bedroom is as dark as possible. Use blackout curtains or blinds to block out any external light. Consider using a sleep mask if you're particularly sensitive to light. And of course, avoid using electronic devices like smartphones, tablets, or laptops in bed, or at least for an hour or two before bedtime. The blue light emitted from these devices can really disrupt your sleep cycle. Noise is another important factor to consider. If you live in a noisy area, or if your partner snores, earplugs or a white noise machine can be a lifesaver. White noise machines produce a consistent, calming sound that can mask distracting noises and help you fall asleep more easily. You can also try using a fan to create white noise. Alternatively, there are many apps and online resources that offer soothing sounds like rain, ocean waves, or nature sounds. Comfort is also crucial. Make sure your mattress and pillows are comfortable and supportive. Replace them if they are old, lumpy, or no longer providing adequate support. Invest in comfortable bedding made from breathable materials like cotton or linen. These materials will help keep you cool and prevent you from overheating during the night. Think about the last time you slept really well. What were the conditions? Were you on vacation in a quiet, dark room with a comfortable bed? Try to recreate those conditions in your own bedroom as much as possible. Finally, declutter your bedroom. A cluttered bedroom can create a sense of stress and anxiety, making it harder to relax and fall asleep. Keep your bedroom clean and organized and remove any unnecessary items. Think of your bedroom as a sanctuary, a place where you can escape the stresses of the day and recharge your batteries. By creating a peaceful and comfortable sleep environment, you're setting yourself up for a good night's sleep. So, we've talked about setting a regular sleep schedule and creating a peaceful bedroom. Now, let's delve into tip number 3, incorporating relaxation techniques into your bedtime routine. Think of this as your pre-sleep ritual, your personal way of signaling to your body and mind that it's time to wind down and prepare for sleep. It's like telling your brain, okay, work is done for the day, it's time to rest now. The beauty of relaxation techniques is that there's no one-size-fits-all approach. What works for one person might not work for another. The key is to experiment and find what resonates with you. Some people find solace in a warm bath, while others prefer gentle stretching or meditation. The goal is to find activities that help you calm your mind, relax your muscles, and reduce stress. One popular relaxation technique is deep breathing exercises. Deep breathing helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the rest and digest response. This response slows your heart rate, lowers your blood pressure, and promotes relaxation. There are many different deep breathing techniques you can try. One simple technique is called the 4 to 7 to 8 breathing method. To do this, inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 7, and exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeat this several times until you feel relaxed. Another effective relaxation technique is progressive muscle relaxation. This involves tensing and releasing different muscle groups in your body, one at a time. Start with your toes and gradually work your way up to your head. Tense each muscle group for a few seconds, and then release it completely. Pay attention to the sensation of relaxation as you release each muscle group. This technique can help release tension and promote a sense of calm throughout your body. Meditation and mindfulness are also excellent relaxation techniques. Meditation involves focusing your attention on a single point, such as your breath, a mantra, or a visual image. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Both meditation and mindfulness can help quiet your mind, reduce stress, and promote relaxation. There are many guided meditation apps and online resources available that can help you get started. Even just 5 or 10 minutes of meditation before bed can make a big difference in your sleep quality. Gentle stretching or yoga can also be helpful. Stretching helps release tension in your muscles and improve flexibility. Avoid strenuous exercise close to bedtime, as this can be stimulating and make it harder to fall asleep. Instead, opt for gentle stretches that focus on relaxing your muscles and calming your mind. A few simple stretches like neck rolls, shoulder stretches, and hamstring stretches can be very effective. Reading a book can also be a great way to relax before bed. Choose a relaxing book that you enjoy, but avoid reading anything too stimulating or suspenseful, as this can keep you awake. A classic novel, a book of poetry, or a light-hearted memoir can be a good choice. Avoid reading on a screen, as the blue light emitted from electronic devices can interfere with sleep. Opt for a physical book instead. Listening to calming music is another excellent relaxation technique. Choose music that is slow, gentle, and soothing. Classical music, nature sounds, or ambient music can be a good choice. Avoid listening to music with a strong beat or lyrics, as this can be stimulating and keep you awake. Create a playlist of your favorite relaxing songs and listen to it before bed. A warm bath or shower can also be very relaxing. The warm water helps relax your muscles and lower your body temperature, which can promote sleepiness. Add some Epsom salts to your bath for an extra dose of relaxation. Epsom salts contain magnesium, which is a mineral that helps relax muscles and reduce stress. A few drops of lavender essential oil can also enhance the relaxing effects of a warm bath. The key is to experiment and find what works best for you. Create a bedtime routine that incorporates one or more of these relaxation techniques and stick to it as consistently as possible. Over time, your body will learn to associate these activities with sleep, and you'll find it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep. Think of it as training your brain to switch off and prepare for rest. Now, let's move on to the fourth and quite important tip, which focuses on the role of diet and exercise in promoting restful sleep. What we eat and how we move our bodies during the day can have a significant impact on our sleep quality at night. It's all interconnected, really. Let's start with diet. What you eat and when you eat it can definitely affect your sleep. Avoid heavy meals close to bedtime. Eating a large meal too close to bedtime can interfere with your digestion and make it harder to fall asleep. Instead, aim to eat your last meal at least 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If you're feeling hungry before bed, opt for a light snack like a small bowl of yogurt, a handful of nuts, or a piece of fruit. Limit your caffeine intake, especially in the afternoon and evening. Caffeine is a stimulant that can keep you awake and interfere with your sleep. Avoid drinking coffee, tea, soda, or energy drinks in the hours leading up to bedtime. If you're sensitive to caffeine, you may need to avoid it altogether after lunchtime. Alcohol can also disrupt your sleep. While alcohol may initially make you feel sleepy, it can actually interfere with your sleep later in the night. Alcohol can disrupt your sleep cycle, leading to fragmented sleep and early morning awakenings. It's best to avoid alcohol altogether before bed, or to limit your intake to 1 or 2 drinks and consume them several hours before bedtime. Stay hydrated throughout the day, but avoid drinking too much liquid before bed. Drinking too much liquid before bed can lead to frequent trips to the bathroom during the night, which can disrupt your sleep. Try to drink most of your fluids during the day and limit your intake in the hours leading up to bedtime. Certain foods can actually promote sleep. Foods that are rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that helps produce melatonin, can be helpful. These include turkey, chicken, milk, cheese, nuts, and seeds. Foods that are rich in magnesium, a mineral that helps relax muscles, can also be beneficial. These include leafy green vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. A warm glass of milk before bed is an old remedy that actually has some scientific basis. Milk contains tryptophan, which can help promote sleepiness. Now, let's talk about exercise. Regular physical activity can improve your sleep quality, but the timing of your exercise is important. Avoid strenuous exercise close to bedtime, as this can be stimulating and make it harder to fall asleep. Instead, aim to exercise earlier in the day, preferably in the morning or afternoon. Even a moderate amount of exercise can be beneficial. A daily walk, a gentle bike ride, or a swim can all help improve your sleep. Exercise helps reduce stress, improve mood, and regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle. If you're not used to exercising, start slowly and gradually increase the intensity and duration of your workouts. However, listen to your body. If you find that exercise is keeping you awake, try exercising earlier in the day or reducing the intensity of your workouts. It's all about finding what works best for you. The key is to find activities that you enjoy and that you can stick to on a regular basis. Even just 30 minutes of moderate exercise most days of the week can make a big difference in your sleep quality. Remember, diet and exercise are just 2 pieces of the puzzle. They work best when combined with other healthy sleep habits, such as establishing a consistent sleep schedule and creating a relaxing bedtime routine. By making small changes to your diet and exercise habits, you can significantly improve your sleep quality and overall well-being. Next, we'll dive into the final 2 tips, starting with understanding when it might be time to seek professional help for sleep problems. So, we've discussed the importance of a consistent sleep schedule, a comfortable sleep environment, relaxation techniques, and the impact of diet and exercise. Now, let's move on to the fifth and sometimes crucial point, knowing when to seek professional help. We've tried so many things, tweaked our routines, and yet sleep continues to elude us. When do we say, okay, this requires more than just home remedies? It's important to recognize that occasional sleepless nights are perfectly normal. Stress, travel, or changes in your routine can all temporarily disrupt your sleep. However, if you're consistently having trouble sleeping, if your sleep problems are affecting your daytime functioning, or if you suspect that you might have an underlying sleep disorder, it's time to talk to your doctor. Don't suffer in silence. Sleep is too important to ignore. Persistent insomnia, which is difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early, is a common sleep disorder. If you're experiencing insomnia several nights a week for more than a month, it's important to seek professional help. Your doctor can help determine the underlying cause of your insomnia and recommend appropriate treatment options. Sleep apnea is another common sleep disorder that can significantly impact your sleep quality. Sleep apnea is characterized by pauses in breathing during sleep. These pauses can disrupt your sleep and lead to daytime fatigue, headaches, and other health problems. If you snore loudly, wake up gasping for air, or feel excessively sleepy during the day, you may have sleep apnea. Your doctor can order a sleep study to diagnose sleep apnea and recommend appropriate treatment, such as a CPAP machine. Restless legs syndrome (RLS) is a neurological disorder that causes an irresistible urge to move your legs, especially in the evening or at night. This urge can make it difficult to fall asleep and stay asleep. If you experience these symptoms, talk to your doctor. There are medications and other treatments that can help manage RLS. Other medical conditions, such as chronic pain, arthritis, heart disease, and depression, can also interfere with sleep. If you have any of these conditions, talk to your doctor about how they might be affecting your sleep and what you can do to manage them. Sometimes, treating the underlying medical condition can improve your sleep. Your doctor may recommend a sleep study, also known as polysomnography, to evaluate your sleep. A sleep study involves monitoring your brain waves, heart rate, breathing, and other physiological functions while you sleep. This can help diagnose sleep disorders like sleep apnea, insomnia, and restless leg syndrome. Sleep studies are usually conducted in a sleep lab, but some can be done at home. Treatment options for sleep disorders vary depending on the underlying cause. Cognitive behavioral therapy for insomnia, CBT-I, is a type of therapy that helps you change the thoughts and behaviors that are contributing to your insomnia. CBT-I is often the first-line treatment for insomnia. Medications can also be helpful for treating insomnia. However, it's important to use medications cautiously and under the guidance of a doctor. Some sleep medications can have side effects, and they can be habit-forming. Don't be afraid to seek help from a sleep specialist. A sleep specialist is a doctor who specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of sleep disorders. They can provide you with a comprehensive evaluation of your sleep and recommend the most appropriate treatment options for you. Finding the right help is essential for reclaiming your nights and improving your overall well-being. Remember, you deserve to sleep well, and there are resources available to help you achieve that. Finally, our sixth tip, and perhaps the most important in the long run, is about cultivating a positive mindset and practicing self-compassion. Sleep, like many things in life, is heavily influenced by our thoughts and emotions. If you're constantly worrying about not being able to sleep, or if you're beating yourself up for having a bad night, you're actually making it harder to fall asleep. It's important to approach sleep with a positive and realistic attitude. Accept that occasional sleepless nights are normal, and don't let them derail your efforts to improve your sleep. Focus on what you can control, such as creating a relaxing bedtime routine and optimizing your sleep environment. Let go of what you can't control, such as the occasional noisy neighbor or unexpected interruption. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and don't beat yourself up for having a bad night. Remember that everyone has trouble sleeping sometimes. Instead of focusing on your failures, celebrate your successes. Acknowledge the small steps you're taking to improve your sleep and be proud of your progress. Challenge negative thoughts about sleep. If you find yourself thinking, "I'm never going to be able to sleep again," or "I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow," challenge those thoughts. Ask yourself if they are really true and if there's a more positive or realistic way to think about the situation. For example, you could reframe the thought, "I'm never going to be able to sleep again," to "I might have trouble sleeping tonight, but I've had good nights before, and I can use some relaxation techniques to help me fall asleep." Practice gratitude. Before you go to bed, take a few moments to think about the things you're grateful for. This can help shift your focus from your worries and anxieties to the positive aspects of your life. You could write down a few things you're grateful for in a journal, or simply think about them in your head. Focusing on gratitude can help you feel more relaxed and positive, which can make it easier to fall asleep. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment during the day. When you're feeling happy and content, it's easier to relax and fall asleep at night. Make time for hobbies, spending time with loved ones and engaging in activities that bring you joy. This can help reduce stress and improve your overall well-being, which can, in turn, improve your sleep. Remember, improving your sleep is a journey, not a destination. There will be ups and downs along the way. Be patient with yourself and don't get discouraged if you don't see results immediately. Keep practicing the tips we've discussed in this video, and over time, you'll start to see improvements in your sleep quality. So, to recap, we've covered 6 proven tips for sleeping like a baby after 70. Establishing a consistent sleep schedule, optimizing your sleep environment, incorporating relaxation techniques into your bedtime routine, paying attention to diet and exercise, knowing when to seek professional help, and cultivating a positive mindset. These aren't overnight fixes, but rather a collection of strategies that, when implemented consistently, can significantly improve your sleep quality. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. Even if you only implement 1 or 2 of these tips, you're likely to see some improvement in your sleep. Don't try to do everything at once. Start with the tips that resonate most with you and gradually incorporate others over time. I truly hope these tips have been helpful, and I encourage you to give them a try. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to share them in the comments section below. I'd love to hear about your experiences and what's worked for you. What are your go-to strategies for a good night's sleep? Let's create a community of support and share our wisdom with each other. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more helpful content on healthy aging and living your best life after 70. I'm always looking for new topics to explore, so if there's anything specific you'd like me to cover in a future video, please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, a good night's sleep is within your reach. Here's to reclaiming your nights and waking up feeling refreshed and ready to embrace the day. Here's to living your best life at any age.